A Chinese restaurant owner in Dallas says he is doing all he can to avoid raising prices despite tariff concerns. A lot of supplies used in his business come from China or other places in Southeast Asia. Fox 4's Sean Rabb joining us now with the story. Sean.
And today, the Treasury Secretary said the tariff war with China is unsustainable. Folks in the food service industry agree, especially those who depend on products from China.
The kitchen is sizzling at Cafe Hunan on SMU Boulevard. But the tariff war with China and other countries stirring up concern.
It's going to just exponentially raise the price of every dish. I mean, there's no two ways about it if that happens. And that's like bean sauce. And
Owner Mark Carey says threatened increasing tariffs will make it really tough on top of the 10% across-the-board tax on imported products now in place.
That's something you can work in, but if you start going up 150, 200% on the cost of some of the items we use to make our sauces, which our sauce is pretty complicated, our base sauce for our main dishes, up to a lot of the canned, like the specialty vegetables that you get from China. Yeah, that's going to get really expensive. You're going to get a little less of it, or then it's also going to cost more.
The impact not only on what comes from China, but also Mexico, stuff you can't get in America.
Just because a lot of the produce they're off-season all comes from Mexico, a large part of it. So hopefully they'll be able to work that with the Mexican, get something worked out with the Mexican tariff fees. I think that's something that we'll work with, but they have to, because you're not growing a lot of that product that we use in the wintertime in this country here.
And not just produce costs impacted.
The packaging that everybody uses, the majority of it is not produced in this country, though people think it is, it's not.
While Carey's industry understands the trade imbalance, they have concerns about their bottom line.
Well, I understand you got to crack an egg to make an omelet, right? So I get that. But also at the same time, you got to be careful with the industries that really don't have the margins. I understand steel, there's competitive there with our country and other countries. I get on that. But when it comes down to food products, our margins are so small. When you start affecting those prices, you're either going to put people out of business or it's going to get so expensive people are just not going to eat out anymore.
Now, the Treasury Secretary also says he expects a de-escalation in the tariff tug-of-war with China, but talks between the world's two largest economies have yet to formally start. Restaurant owners like Mark Carey at Cafe Hunan hoping they start and come to a good end real soon.
All right, we'll see you soon enough. Sean Rabb in studio. Thank you, sir.